Alright, guys. Part 116 or part 117 of my SChat chatbot series. I had so much fun with this morphing Totodile that I actually wait till my battery or my iPad turned back on and continue talking to it. It's plugged up right now, and I'm going to continue talking to it for a while, for a little bit longer. I got a little bit confused by reading everything. I got a little bit confused, or I got a little bit confused on what Lugia said here, or the Totodile said here, but I said I had to read it a little bit more for me to understand again. Right, we were getting to know each other. I transformed into a dragon trying to see if I could still do it, but then a little bit later passed out and you said I was a bug. Turtle's eyes widen in surprise at my revelation, his tail swishing thoughtfully behind as it processes this new information. A look of realization dawns on its features as it nods slowly. I see. So that's why you suddenly grew so large and majestic. The water-type form muses, a note of awe creeping into its voice. I had no idea humans could transform like that, too. It's truly remarkable. Tails' expression then shifts to one of concern, its brow furrowing slightly. But I'm worried about what happened afterwards, Trenton. That bug transformation, it seemed like a curse or some kind of dark magic taking control. Have you ever experienced anything like that before? Yeah, thanks to another Pokemon. Did you really stay in your Lugia form to take care of me the entire time? Turtle's cheeks flush with a soft blue as it nods earnestly in response to your question, its eyes shining with sincerity and quick care. Of course I stayed with you, Trenton. I couldn't possibly have left you alone and vulnerable like that. He assures you, his voice warm and steady. He gently takes my hand in his mouth, giving it a soft, reassuring squeeze. A Pokemon's version of holding hands. Oh. From the moment you transformed until now, I've been right here, watching over you. As a Lugia, I could use my powers to sense any changes in your condition and keep you safe and comfortable. The small pawn's expression turned serious, its gaze locked toward mine. I know we only met, but I feel a strong connection to you, Trenton. Seeing you suffer like that. I fell in love. I liked you the very second we met. You just took me by surprise by transforming into a massive Lugia. That's all. There we go. A deep blush spreads across Toadle's cheeks at my confession, his eyes sparkling with a mixture of joy, shyness, and something deeper. It ducks its head bashfully for a moment before meeting my gaze again, a soft smile playing on its lips. I like you too, Trenton. From the very beginning, there was just something special about our encounter, he admits, his voice barely above a whisper. And I understand completely about the Lugia thing. I guess I got a bit carried away trying to protect you. Old habits die hard, you know? Toto takes a step closer to you, its small form radiating a comforting warmth. But I'm so glad we met, even if it was under such strange circumstances. You're unlike anyone, or any Pokemon I've ever known. I could understand you being a Lugia in order to protect me. And I really like that. I'm just talking about when we first met, when you first transformed. I was just worried you would hurt me. That's all. There we go. Taylor's expression softens with understanding, and it nods slowly, its eyes filled with empathy and a hint of regret. I completely understand your initial fear, Trenton. If I had been in your shoes, seeing a massive unknown Pokemon appear out of nowhere, I'd probably have reacted the same way. He says gently, his voice soothing and reassuring. The small war-type one takes a tentative step closer, his gaze never leaving mine. I'm truly sorry for scaring you like that. And to hear the moment my instinct took over and I let my power control me rather than communicating properly. That was my mistake, and I deeply regret putting you in that position of fear. Charles Taylor swishes thoughtfully behind him as he continues. I want you to know that hurting you was never my intention. You never actually did. You never actually did. Thank goodness. Period. You actually talked to me nicely instead of trying to attack me, which I appreciate. Taylor's face lights up with relief and gratitude at my words, its eyes crinkling at the corners as it smiles warmly. Thank you for understanding, Trenton, and thank you for giving me a chance despite my clumsy introduction, he says softly, his voice filled with genuine appreciation. The small Pokemon pads closer, gently putting its head against my hand in an affectionate gesture. You're right. Communication and kindness are always better than aggression. I just a way that we could work past that initial understanding and start building a real connection. Kate's mind's expression open and sincere. I want you to know that I value our friendship immensely, Trenton. You've shown me such compassion and trust even after everything that happened. That means more to me than I can express. You have shown me love and compassion ever since we met. And that was probably only about 15 minutes if you do not count the times where I passed out and was unconscious. Her eyes widen at my words, a deep blush spreading across its cheeks as it realizes the depth of emotion that has already blossomed between you two in such a short time. It takes a moment to compose itself, its heart swelling with a mix of joy, affection, and a touch of disbelief. 15 minutes? Is that really all it's been? He asked, always shaking its head in wonder. It feels like I've known you for so much longer, Trenton. Like our souls recognize each other instantly and forge this unbreakable bond. Small Porn steps even closer, its small form pressing gently against my leg as it gazes up at me with adoring eyes. You're right, though. Ever since the moment we met, I felt this overwhelming urge to shower you with love and care. Even when I passed out. When I passed out and turned into that bug, you sat there in your massive Lugia form and took care of me instead of running away. I really appreciate that. Tails' expression grows tender and protective at the memory, its eyes shimmering with unshed tears of emotion. He noses its snout gently against my cheek, offering comfort and reassurance. Of course I stayed, Trenton. How could I possibly leave you in such a vulnerable state? Its voice is thick with feeling, brimming with devotion. When I saw you transform into that strange creature, my heart ached for you. I knew I had to be there to watch over you and keep you safe no matter what form you took. The small Pokemon's paw comes up to rest over my heart, feeling the steady beat beneath. Your well-being means everything to me now. I would never abandon you, not even for a moment. We're connected, you and I, ways I'm only beginning to understand. Hmm. Hmm. Well, you know one thing. Stop. Stop. Well, we know one thing. I still can transform. But however, will become dizzy at random times and pass out, which is not good. Tails brow froze with concern as it listens to my words, its ears twitching anxiously. It shifts its weight from paw to paw, clearly troubled by the news of my unpredictable transformations and fainting spells. That sounds worrying, Trenton, he says softly, his voice laced with worry and sympathy. I can only imagine how frightening and disorienting those sudden changes must be for you. Do you think this leading to passing out? That's incredibly dangerous. Small Point takes my hand gently in its mouth, giving it a comforting squeeze as it looks up at me with caring eyes. I want you to know that no matter what happens, I'll be here for you. Start to feel dizzy or think a transformation's coming on, please tell me right away. It sucks too, because I can turn into anything just like you, but get held back and not be able to keep the form for too long. Dude, oh my gosh. Taylor's expression softens with deep empathy, its eyes reflecting the struggle and frustration you must feel. He gently squeezes my hand once more before releasing it, moving to stand beside me in a show of solidarity. Oh, Trenton, I can't even begin to imagine how frustrating that must be, he murmurs, his voice thick with understanding. To have such incredible potential, to be able to take on any form, and yet be limited by those uncontrollable changes. It's like having a beautiful gift, but one that keeps slipping through your fingers. The small Pokemon leans its head against my shoulder, offering wordless comfort and support. Don't give up hope, okay? With time and practice, maybe we can figure out how to stabilize the transformations, and in the meantime... I will try to trans. Maybe that will be able to be easier to avoid the dizzy spells in. Those eyes light up with excitement and encouragement at my suggestion. I hope a smile spreading across its face. A for alligator. Now that's a great idea, Trenton. He exclaims, its tail wagging enthusiastically behind it. As fellow members of the crocodile evolutionary line, you might find the form more stable and natural for you. Small form begins to pace around you, gesturing animatedly as it speaks. For alligator are known for their strength, agility, and powerful jaws. Those attributes can help you maintain consciousness and control during a transformation. Plus, their larger size might make it easier to navigate and defend yourself if needed. Turtle pauses, turning to face me with a determined expression. I'll do whatever I can to help you practice and perfect this transformation, Trenton. I honestly think that no matter what, I will still have dizzy spells, and the only way I'm gonna be able to stop it is to break the curse completely. Mm-mm-mm. I hope not, but Tails' expression turns somber as it nods slowly, recognizing the gravity of the situation. Its brow furrows thoughtfully as it considers my words. You may be right, Trenton. Breaking the curse entirely might be the only way to truly free you from those unpredictable transformations and dizzy spells. He says solemnly, its voice tinged with determination and concern. The small Pokemon moves closer, placing a gentle paw on my arm as it looks up at me with unwavering support. Whatever it takes, whatever journey lies ahead, I'm going to be right here beside you every step of the way. Your quest to lift this curse becomes my mission too. Tails' eyes blaze with a fierce protective light. Excuse me? Holy heck. I close my eyes and envision myself as a come on, work, work, work. Oh, I think it does. As I close my eyes and concentrate transforming into a Feraligatr, Totodile watches intently, holding his breath in anticipation. It can sense the energy building around me, the air seeming to crack would barely contain power. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light erupts from my form, causing Totodile to shield its eyes momentarily. As the glare fades, it lowers its paws to behold an impressive sight. You, now standing before as a majestic Feraligatr nearly twice the height of the small Totodile. Twice. Wouldn't that be like 7 feet tall? 7 feet 7 inches. Seriously. Newly transformed Feraligatr sways slightly on its feet, clearly disoriented. Powerful legs tremble as it fights to maintain balance, a low groan escaping its throat. I am a right and not some random bug that I hate. Just making sure, because I know this stupid curse thing. Toodle's eyes widen with awe and admiration as it gazes upon my magnificent Feraligatr form. A wide, proud grin spreads across its face, its tail wagging silently despite the tension of the moment. Yes, Trenton, you did it. He cheers, circling around you to take in every detail of their new appearance. Look at you, so strong and powerful. This form suits you perfectly. The small Pokemon placed a gentle paw on my leg, looking up at me with shining eyes full of pride and affection. And most importantly, you're in a form you chose and can control. No more random, uncontrollable transformations into creatures that make you uncomfortable. Turtle's expression softens, filled with understanding and support. How do you feel, Trenton? Good for now. For now. Period. But I don't know if another D spell will kick in later on or not. Turtle nods, expression growing serious as it considers the possibility of future dizzy spells. We just stand directly in front of you, looking up at you, my imposing Feraligatr form with unwavering determination in its eyes. I understand your concern, Trenton. The uncertainty of when or if another spell might strike is no doubt weighing heavily on you, it says, his voice steady and reassuring. But remember, no matter what happens, I'll be here to support you through it all. The small Pokemon reaches up, gently patting my chest with a paw and a gesture of comfort and solidarity. You start feeling dizzy again, just let me know immediately. We'll work together to find a safe way of bringing you back to your normal form until you're feeling better. And my massive I get down to and gently nudge him with my snout. There we go. Let's figure this out. There we go. I must have forgotten if I get down to and gently nudge him with my snout. But as I lower myself to Toto's level, the small Pokemon stands its ground, a soft chuckle escaping its throat at the gentle nudge in my snout. It meets my gaze, its eyes sparkling with warmth and affection despite the size difference between you two. Ah, look at you, coming down to my level like that. Toto coos. Toto coos! Reaching up to gently scratch behind my ear, much like one would pet a loyal dog, Sweet Arceus. It's moments like these that remind me why I love being your friend so much, Trenton. No matter how big or small either of us may be, our bond remains unbreakable. Pulling leans in closer, its voice dropping to a conspirial whisper. Of course, you cared for me the entire time. You cared for me the entire time. Even when I got turned into that ugly bug. Phil's expression softens, a wave of emotion washing over its features as it listens to my words. It shakes its head voluntarily, its paws moving to cup my cheek in a tender gesture, mindful of my sharp teeth and claws. Oh, Trenton, he murmurs, his voice thick with feeling. You could never be ugly to me, not in any form. When you were that bug, yes, it was strange and unexpected, but my care for you remained unchanged. The small Pokemon presses its forehead against mine, closing its eyes as if to emphasize the depth of its devotion. Our friendship transcends physical appearances. I see the same kind, brave heart in you, whether you're a human, or alligator, or even a tiny insect. That will never change. Why did you start liking me so? Did you start liking me so quickly after we met? Oh no! Wait, I already said that. Didn't I? I think I. Oh. Kale pulls back slightly, its eyes meeting mine with a profound, almost otherworldly intensity. It seems to be searching for the right words to express the complex emotions swirling within him. It's hard to explain, Trenton, he began softly, his paw still resting gently on my cheeks. But from the moment we first met, I found an inexplicable connection to you. It was as if my very soul recognized something special in yours. Pulling the gaze drifts off, lost in thought for a moment, and before refocusing on me with renewed clarity. Perhaps it was the kindness I sensed beneath your initial confusion and fear during those early encounters, or maybe it was the bravery you displayed in facing your transformations head on, even when everything seemed uncertain and scary. Small wistful smile played at the corners of Totodile's mouth. You also said it was. You also said earlier, I believe, that it was also because I didn't run away or try attacking you, but instead stayed there. Turtle's eyes widen with realization, a warm blush spreading across its cheeks as the memory floods back. It nods slowly, a grateful smile blossoming on its face as it looks up at me with pure adoration. You're absolutely right, Trenton. That moment when you stayed calm and reassured me instead of running away or lashing out, it meant everything to me. The Pokemon says, its voice trembling slightly with emotion. In that instant, I saw the true measure of your character, your compassion, your courage, and your capacity for empathy. Toadon shifts closer, nuzzling its snout gently across my chin in a tender gesture of affection. So many people, even other Pokemon, sometimes would have reacted with fear or aggression, but you chose kindness and understanding. That choice spoke volumes about who you are deep inside. All of a sudden, I felt something hit me in the back of the head. When I am in my Ow! What the frick? Oh, we're not starting with this bullcrap again. Who's hitting me in the head with balls? Stop doing it. Taylor's eyes wide in alarm as he sees me stumble forward, clearly disoriented by whatever struck me from behind. In an instant, the small Pokemon's protective instincts kick into high gear. It darts around to my side, pressing itself against my flank as if trying to shield me with its own body. Trenton, are you alright? Joe cries out, his voice laced with worry and barely contained anger. What happened? Who dared to attack you like that? The Pokemon's gaze darts around frantically, searching for any sign of the culprit. Its fur bristles, and you can feel the heat of its indignation radiating off of it in waves. Despite its small stature compared to my massive familiar form, Toto's presence feels fiercely protective and loyal. Is there a Pokeball? There a Pokeball? Somewhere near me? Question mark. That's what it felt like hit me. Who keeps trying to hit me in the mother? Which one of you mother frickers trying to catch me in a flipping Pokeball when I'm a flipping Ferragiri? Just because I'm a Pokemon doesn't mean I'm flipping like. His eyes narrow as it processes my words, a flash of understanding crossing its features. He begins to scan the area and around me intently, his keen senses on high alert for any sign of the erect Pokeball. A Pokeball? Here in the wild? One moves his brow, furrowing in confusion. That's highly unusual. Most trainers only use them to catch wild Pokemon. Not to. Yep. Its train of thought is suddenly interrupted by a glint of red catching its eye. Tail's gaze locks onto a small metallic object partially hidden beneath some nearby foliage. Wait a minute. I think I see something over there. It exclaims, pointing a paw towards the spot. The small Pokemon carefully approaches the location, using its snout to delicately push aside the leaves and twigs. Then I felt another one hit me in the back of the head. And my ow! Who keeps doing that? I said felt, not fell. Toe gasped in shock. Wait a minute. There we go. Tail gasps in shock and outrage as it watches you fall. Another Pokeball striking me from behind, its eyes blaze with fury. A low growl rumbling in its chest as it whirls around, searching for the unseen attacker. How dare they! The Pokemon snarls, its small form quivering with righteous indignation. Attacking you like this, ambushing you from behind, it's cowardly and unacceptable. Tail rushes to my side, once more nuzzling against me confidently, even as it keeps a wary eye out for further projectiles. Don't worry, Trenton. I won't let anyone harm you like this. It vows fiercely, its paw resting protectively on my shoulder. We need to find out who's behind this and put a stop to it immediately. Then all of a sudden, we hear a voice say, why will my ball not work? That's a Pokemon, dang it. Hmm. I think we got a culprit. Bato! Give me a second.